Jai Hind and welcome all. Welcome to Easy English Alpha to Omega YouTube channel. And dear friends, I'm your host Mr. Praveen Patil. Welcome you once again to this channel. And you know very well that poetry is a spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. It takes its origin from emotions recollected in tranquility. So that is the definition of poetry by William Wordsworth. So dear friends, today we are going to study the second poem from the 12th class syllabus, and the title of the poem is Indian Weavers, and it is written by none other than Sarojini Naidu. So let's learn the poem.
So let's study the second poem in the 12th class syllabus, Indian Weavers. So it is a poem written by Sarojini Naidu. As we know that she was a political activist, feminist, and first Indian woman who became the president of Indian National Congress. She was an important figure in India's struggle for independence. Sarojini Naidu's work as a poet earned her the sobriquet of Nightingale of India. Later, she became the governor of the United Province in 1947, thus becoming the first woman to hold the office of the governor in independent India. So now something about the poem. Indian Weavers is a very short poem where the poet talks about three types of garment that the weavers weave at three particular times of a day. Each stanza of the poem represents the three important events of human life: birth or childhood, adulthood or youth or young, and death, that is old age. The colors mentioned in these stanzas are very significant as they indicate the moods related to the events. Now let's turn to the icebreaker activity of this particular poem. If you can see on page number 99, the first icebreaker activity is given there, in which they are asking us certain questions. Let's read. Artisans are also called craftsmen. They are creators of diverse goods and use their hands to create unique, functional and also decorative items using traditional techniques. Now complete the web given below. Different types of artisans. First is goldsmith. You can write second as ironsmith. You can write third as weaver. Then you can also write carpenter, tailor, shoemaker, leatherworker, jewelers. All these are skilled laborers that you can say. Discuss with your partner second question. The seasons or occasions when we need woolen clothes. So generally, friends, we wear woolen clothes in winter season. Then we wear casual clothes when we are using generally in day-to-day use. Then rich silk clothes we use whenever we are going for certain ceremony. Then colorful and comfortable clothes sometimes we are using for ceremonies and also we are using for day-to-day use. Third activity rather, let's play a game, they have said. The teacher will ask the students some questions. Students will understand that there are some exceptions to the general rules. Let's start. One who weaves is a weaver. One who plays a game is of course, a player. One who sings is a singer. One who dances is a dancer. One who teaches is a teacher. Likewise, one who cooks is not a cooker. He is a cook, or you can also call him a chef. We have often seen the picture of Gandhiji spinning on his charkha. Discuss the reasons behind this. One reason has been stated there. See the first reason: to give rural people an opportunity to learn their livelihood. Second reason is to become independent. So third reason could be written that to nurture the habit of using Swadeshi. Then The last reason can be written to elevate economy of that particular village. Likewise, they have given the next activity. In the next activity, name some tools used by the weavers. So first has been given by them. First they have given loom. Secondly, you can write wept. Thirdly, you can write shuttles. Fourthly, you can write needle. Then you can also write scissors, which is also very important. See, final question, name some of the types of yarns used by the weavers. Okay, so the first is linen. Second, you can write silk. Or you can also write rayon, nylon. Fine. That's all with the icebreaker activity. Okay, new words. There are certain new words here. Let's see them one by one. The first word is weaver. Who is a weaver? One who weaves. It's a weaver. Second, at the break of day, that is in the morning time. Helicon. Here, that word is used for kingfisher bird. Then we have robes. Long, loose outer garment is called as a robe. Then garment means clothes. Then we have plumes, soft feathers, especially on head. Here, in this case, it is head of peacock, as described in the poem. Veil. It is a kind of covering for a person or a thing. Then we have solemn, deeply serious and sober. Then we have still, not moving. Then we have chill. There is also a song, Chill, Chill. Perhaps you remember or you have heard. So, chill means cold. Funeral, death rites. Then finally we have shroud. Shroud is a cloth in which a dead person is wrapped. Let's see the poem now. I will read out the poem for you first, then we'll go to the explanation of the poem. Indian weavers. Weavers weaving at break of day. Why do you weave a garment so gay, blue as the wing of a helicon wild? We weave the robes of a newborn child. Weavers weaving at fall of night. Why do you weave a garment so bright, like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green? We weave the marriage bells of a queen. Weavers weaving solemn and still. What do you weave in the morning chill, white as a feather and white as a cloud? We weave a dead man's funeral shroud. Sarojini Naidu. Let's see the explanation of the poem. So the poem describes different stages of life. Try to understand this. Wish, birth, marriage and death. The narrator tells about the life cycle of a human being. That is childhood, then second is youth and old age. The poet has asked 3 questions to viewers and their answers relate to life. That's what his poem is all about. Poet says that weavers started their work in early morning and they made bright garments in blue color as the wings of the kingfisher. When the poet asks the question, weavers tell that they are weaving the garment of a newborn child. It relates to the childhood of a person. The childhood is more attractive like blue color. Then there is a night time at the fall of night, it is said. It's not night time, it's a fall of night. The weavers weaving attractive garments. So it's the evening time and weavers are weaving attractive garments which are of purple and green color like plumes of peacock. When the poet has asked the question, they tell that it is a marriage well of a queen. This suggests the youth of human being. Youth is the golden period of life, full of energy, joy, etc. It is described in the line, the plumes of a peacock, purple and green. In the night time, in the moonlight finally, the weavers' attitudes get changed and they become very serious and calm. They are now weaving a garment of a white color, like a feather or a cloud. These clothes are for a dead man's funeral shroud. This suggests the end of life, which is a final stage in the life of a person. Okay, before we move on to the websites, I'm going to take you back to the poem to make you understand it better. See, here let's compare the three stanzas in order to make it more comprehensive to understand. Okay, here let's read out the first line of all these three stanzas. Okay, first stanza now. Weavers weaving at break of day. Then, weavers weaving at fall of night. It's a weaving time. Weavers weaving solemn and still. What do you weave in the moonlight? Chill. Moonlight means it's night time. Now see, we are going to the second line of each stanza. So, second line of each stanza is nothing but a question. See, the first question which is asked in the first stanza. Why do you weave a garment so gay? In second stanza. Why do you weave a garment so bright? In third stanza. What do you weave in the moonlight chill? So these three questions are asked. So all these questions and the first statement of each of these stanzas has been asked by the weaver. Now the remaining two lines in each stanza is nothing but the answer given by the weavers, that you can say. Blue as the wing of Helicon white, we weave the robes of a newborn child. That is the answer of the. Now see the answer in the second stanza. Like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green, we weave the marriage bells of a queen. That is the answer which is given to the second question in second stanza. Now the final and the third stanza. White as a feather and white as a cloud, we weave a dead man's funeral shroud. So that's what we see in the third and the final stanza. So that's all about the poem. Now if you want more information, you can definitely log on to certain websites which I have given there, www.quora.com, and again https://brainly.in. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to the channel and of course like, comment and share.